step.
Cool. Let's go, Norton. Get on the bus. All right, got a Recaro driving seat.
Absolutely, nothing but the best.
Yeah. I always like these air seats on these buses. And everything is pretty straightforward, no clutch or anything, just gas and brakes. So, are we running now?
It's on. All you have to do now is, let's see, the master switch is on.
Okay.
All you have to do is push the parking brake in, put your foot down on the brake all the way to the floor, let go. Now you press the D button there. Put your foot down on the brake again.
Okay.
Press the D. There you go. You're going.
And we are ready to go on to close the door.
Close the door. Close the rear one too. There you go. Nothing to it. Drives like an electric car.
Yeah, it feels very light steering, and I have driven some heavy equipment and some big buses, and this thing is remarkably light. It feels remarkably light. As you can see, to make it realistic, we have a full bus load of passengers. Felt it shift there. And I find all this green technology fascinating for two reasons. A, I find it fascinating, and B, if we want to continue to drive our Hemi Cudas and our 440s and our, big engine gasoline cars, you're going to need something to offset that. And that's what these vehicles do. I mean, I've said this before on the website. I mean, I predicted in the future, your Ferraris, your Lamborghinis, they'll become like recreational vehicles. You'll have fun with them on weekends and go to car meets and do things like that. And your day-to-day transportation will be handled by things like this bus. And you almost don't need to touch the brake. This has got regenerative braking, and much like my Owens magnetic, when you get off the gas, so to speak, you're putting electricity back into the motor under the regen.
This bus right now in the configuration it's in will operate at 55 miles an hour, but on the line we operated on, it's only about maximum speed 45, right. So it doesn't get in the freeway, so this is perfect for our application.
And where are your turn signals?
On the foot, on your left foot.
Oh, I see. Lower one is a right turn?
The right, yeah, right side's right and left side's left.
Okay, there we go. I thought that was a dimmer switch. Incredibly smooth, incredibly quiet. See, as I get off the gas, as I approach the light, you can feel the regen really slow you down. Imagine your brakes probably last quite a bit longer as well because you're not constantly on them to slow down.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's one of the real advantages on the maintenance side. We thought the brakes would last about 100,000 miles versus 20,000 miles for conventional bus drum brakes. We now have expectations of much further than that. They may go 250,000 miles before we need a brake reline.
Yeah. It's kind of fun to drive this. We always try to find new and different driving opportunities, and this is one of them. Well, it can do anything a gas or a diesel bus can do.
Well, and that's exactly the point, Jay. We're in the transit business. Our business is to move people from one corner to the next in the safest, most efficient manner. We think really this is the future of transit for us because it does exactly what our business is. We're not a research and development company. We provide public transportation.
How many gallons of fuel does the LA transit system use on a daily basis that's not, electric? Right?
Well, you're talking about our system?
No, I'm just talking about, the bus, how much, what are the fuel savings per year?
Well, it's yet to be determined on this bus, but I got to tell you right now, the move to CNG for most of the major properties in California was dramatic. We pay about $3.70 a gallon for diesel fuel, but we actually pay about 90 cents a gasoline gallon equivalent for CNG, and that includes the cost to compress it, and there's a 50-cent tax credit. So in reality, our fuel and compression costs are about only 40 cents a gasoline gallon equivalent, and so same kind of mileage. Now, this bus is, it carries the equivalent of 2 gallons of gasoline on board. Transit buses get about 3.5 miles per gallon or gallon equivalent. I like to argue with Popular Mechanics and Popular Science all the time on their X awards for fuel economy.
Right.
I think one of the recent ones was 250 miles per gallon in a 2-seat car.
Right.
So I go, well, that's 500 miles per passenger gallon in a rickety car. So I sent them a letter and said, come on out and see this bus.
Right.
Because when this bus is fully loaded, it gets about 1,100 passenger miles per gallon in a vehicle with comfortable seats, air conditioning, and pretty safe vehicle to ride in.
Wow.
Oh, hey, you know, Jay, you got it. If
There you
your
go.
hobby of collecting cars doesn't pan out, you can come to work as a
Collecting
bus
buses,
operator.
I want to collect buses now.
There you go.
Neutral. The parking brake. Put it in neutral.
You got it.
Ready to go. Hey, George, that was a lot
Nice
of fun.
job.
Thanks for showing us the future of public transportation.
Certainly
Very
was
cool.
our pleasure.
There you go. Look, they're all applauding. Wow. See you
That's
next week.
$1.20.